Hey guys, this is Trevor Tierney, and this is our stance drill. Our stance drill is pretty simple. We're just working on our stance. You can do this anywhere on the field or in your backyard or in front of a mirror. First, what we want to do is have our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We want a nice wide stance so we don't have too far to move all over the goal, and it puts us in a good athletic position. If you look at a basketball player playing defense or a linebacker in the NFL or a tennis player, this is the way their feet are situated when they first get in their stance. So nice wide stance. We want our weight in our midfoot. So if our weight gets a little too far in the balls of our feet towards the front, then we're going to be falling forward. If it's in our heels, we're going to be leaning backwards a little bit. So right in our midfoot. Our knees are nice and bent, so if you have your knees bent and you're sinking low into those hips, your weight is naturally going to be on your midfoot anyway. This allows us to save the ball both low on low shots, get down on those low shots, and still be able to reach those high shots. The next thing that we want to do is have our back fairly flat. Ryan leans forward a little bit in his stance, and depending on your physical, the way your body's made athletically, you might lean forward a little bit, but we want that back as flat as possible. Finally, we want our hands up and out. We want to get those hands away from our body, what we call the 3 level, which is having that stick on a plane in front of us, pretty much as far as our hands can reach, so that we can get to any shot with our hands out in front of us, and we can see the ball where we save it. So this is what we want to do, is just get in this stance and give our body that time to get that muscle memory, because the most important thing about your stance is it being consistent at all times. So feet nice and wide, weight on midfoot, knees bent low, back flat, hands out in front of us. And our bottom hand should be about around our belly button in the middle, and then our top hand should be pretty much perpendicular to that, so our stick is straight up and down. This gives us the ability to get to any shot with our hands all over the goal. Here's some mistakes goalies make. Some goalies start in a goal way too standing up straight. They can't get to low shots. They're not ready athletically to move quickly. Some goalies are up on the balls of their feet and they'll start to fall forward or be moving. Some goalies get too wide, and this doesn't allow you to push off your back foot and step and get your body behind the ball. You really want to make sure you're in a good spot where you can still push off that back foot. Some goalies lean too far forward, so it causes them to straighten out their legs and again not get to low shots. If you bend your back too much, you can't bend your knees, and then you don't get to low shots. And then some goalies get back on their heels, so they're falling back into the goal a bit too much. So those are a lot of the mistakes goalies can make. Some goalies can point their stick head forward or back, so when they're moving their stick, their helmet gets in the way. So you really want those hands as flat as possible. Some goalies will drop their hands, and especially as the shooter's winding up, drop their hands. And, the lower your hands get, the harder it's going to be to get to those high shots. And then some goalies get their elbows up and out. And while some goalies believe that this is what's best for them, which is fine, it's hard to move your stick naturally if your elbows are out like that. And then other goalies will move too much. Check the pipes, be moving their feet. Okay, be a little bit just not quiet in goal. So we want to get into our stance consistently, be nice and still, and be ready for the ball in a good athletic position.